Not trying to pay $150 on a first date.
$150 on a first date. I mean, who can blame them? Who would want to pay that much money just to get to know somebody? Which, I might add, is the entire purpose of a first date.
$150 is honestly like an average cheaper price of going to eat out for two people nowadays.
Average cheaper price. Where exactly are some of these individuals eating? That's not cheap. That's exorbitant.
If you can't afford that, maybe you shouldn't be dating.
If you're a woman and happen to agree with that particular sentiment, that $150 isn't all that much for a guy to spend on a first date, and you're one of those that actually expects a guy to spend a minimum of that much, then I'm just going to say it. You're not interested in getting to know the guy or starting a relationship. You're simply interested in the perks that you're getting for having someone pay for your meal or your activities. I wonder how many names I'm going to get called for that one.
How is it fair that women have the choice to leave their marriages, some of them even cheat, and now the ex-husband has to pay her way and essentially maintain two households because of her choice? How, though, is that fair? And how, though, is it in the best interest of the children for a dad to try to maintain two households, and he's so strapped for money because mom's household is the priority? Like, there's no freaking way that this is fair. Why the hell, after a divorce, is mom so prioritized and the dads are consistently on, even though their household is equally as important? Make that make sense. These fathers are never considered in the same capacity for their standard of living as the mothers. And women will always claim it's about the children, they need more, and they claim to need all this freaking money, but the reality is that these women are expecting these men to give them an income. It's called support for a reason. But not only that, is she actually has the audacity when she gets that child support number and it's $130 to actually say, what about my rent? Like, he is not responsible for your rent. If your ex is responsible for maintaining his own household, his own bills, his own utilities, then you are expected to give 50% of your portion as well. It's not rocket science. It's a hell of an incentive to leave your family and disrupt your family and have a broken home, knowing damn well that your ex-husband is responsible now for your standard of care. The fucked part about it is that if these men decide to get a better paying job or get a promotion, these women actually have the audacity to take them back to court to modify their agreement. What's actually hilarious is how many women will get so bent out of shape when he asks to provide proof of where the money is going, because we all know damn well she doesn't need as much money as she claims. And the reality is that these men really only have two options. They can drown themselves in debt to fight a situation that's up against them to begin with, or they can forfeit and be considered a deadbeat. Okay, bye.
Can you predict someone's divorce by their wedding?
I have found that the bigger the ring, the bigger the divorce, and the bigger the wedding spectacle, the more likely the divorce, in my experience. If you break down like the role of a bride in a traditional wedding, it's an unbelievably narcissistic pursuit for a woman. We're gonna do an engagement, which is you're going to give me a stone of tremendous value that I'm going to wear as a public display of the fact that I am now engaged in this commitment. And then I'm gonna put that on social media. And then we're gonna have an engagement party. So that's party one. And then I'm gonna have a bachelorette party, party number 2. Then we're gonna have a rehearsal dinner, party number 3. Then we're gonna have the wedding, party number 4. And then we're gonna have a honeymoon. If this is really important to you, you're telling me a lot about yourself. You're telling me how important being the center of attention is to you. I think if the first time you get everybody you love in the same room as your funeral, you're an idiot. Like, I think you should celebrate. We've turned it into just a spectacle. I mean, the wedding industrial complex, man, $1 trillion industry. And again, catastrophically fails more than 50% of the time.
A good man isn't soft. He is not convenient, and he damn sure is not always available for you. A real good man has discipline,
Right.
He has boundaries, and he has priorities of his own that do not shift based on her mood. And guess what? He's not bending his values just because she's upset.
That's exactly what
A
I
good
was
man is not
thinking.
controlling. He creates the order. He doesn't want chaos, arguments, or drama. He wants respect, clarity, and peace.
Yeah.
And this is where women get it confused. When she's never met a mature man, she will mislabel everything. She'll call him cold because he doesn't
Narcissist.
tolerate any nonsense.
Yeah.
She'll call him selfish because he takes care of himself. And she'll call him narcissistic because he refuses to beg for approval. But that's not selfishness. That is maturity. A man who refuses to be drained, used, or manipulated. Good men do not move from insecurity. They move from conviction. They will not ever chase drama. They do not chase attention. And they sure as hell don't chase validation from women. They build, they lead, and provide structure. And here's a harsh truth. Most women aren't even ready for the responsibility that comes with being with a good man.
Right.
Because a good man isn't an emotional roller coaster. He is not unpredictable, and it's not a game. He is stable, extremely consistent, and has direction.
Right.
And for women addicted to chaos, wounded by the past relationships that they were in, or raised by dysfunction, stability feels boring until she loses it. A good man requires partnership. He requires respect and requires a woman who is emotionally regulated, not reckless with her emotions. That's why so many men get mislabeled. It's why mature men get misunderstood. But stay solid, because good men do not bend, they build, and the right woman will rise to meet with him.
And I think about what she's talking about, boundaries, and why they talk about men being a little bit better in raising kids is because those boundaries are in place, is because you have structure. And a lot of this, it's not emotion. It's just, these are the rules. And can men be a little bit, a lot of it sometimes stringent or rigid with the rules? Yeah, probably. You probably need to give a little leeway, but that's what the boundaries are here for. It's for your protection. It's for my protection. It's so that we can all have fun. It's so that the playing field is level.
Are you an adult?
Yes.
I feel like you just lied to me, but I'll ask you the question anyway. Why do we give women the right to vote?
Why do we give... Okay, well, first off, nobody on this earth would be alive if it weren't for women. So basically nobody would be able to vote.
Well, the same is true for men. The same would be true for men.
No, men wouldn't happen if there was no women.
So if there were no men, how would babies get made? It takes two people to make a baby. It takes a man and a woman. So if there weren't men, there wouldn't be people either. But anyway, the question was, why should women be allowed to vote? That was the question.
Because women should be equal to men. They should have the same jobs. They should be treated the same. And just because they look different and act different and have different parts doesn't mean you should be treated different.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Because we're all human beings?
Yeah, but so is a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
So a human being isn't enough to be able to vote. It's not a qualifier, right? So like, what are the legitimate qualifiers? Because right now it's be a man or a woman, be a citizen, don't be a felon in some cases, and be 18. That's basically it.
Yeah, so the women do have the right to vote.
I understand that they have. I'm asking, why ought they? Why is it morally good, let's say?
Because we should all have the same rights.
Right, but why?
Because we're all human.
Well, you've said that already, and that's already not an adequate qualifier. Why beyond just being human? Because murderers and rapists and babies are all human, and they can't vote. So
yeah, but that's not, like, if I was president, I would let anybody vote as long as they're over 18.
Okay. But why?
Because I believe that we should treat everybody the same.
Of course you don't believe that.
I believe that.
You think we should treat everybody the same?
Yes, I do.
So you think I should treat a 2-year-old girl the same as a 40-year-old man?
I mean, why not?
Because a 2-year-old can't understand English very well. That's a start.
That's a 2-year-old problem, not my problem.
It's a 2-year-old problem, but it means I shouldn't speak to a 2-year-old or treat them the same way.
Then don't.
Well, I don't.
This is common sense, bro. How do you not know this?
You're telling me it's common sense, but you just said you should treat everyone the same. That's what you said.
Yeah, and if you don't want to treat somebody the same, then don't treat somebody the same.
This is actually the worst one all night, and I've been threatened by physical violence. This is really bad. This is bad. I don't even know where to go from here.
Thank you so much. I bet you support Trump. I think that's what it is.
You rather deal with a married man that never tells you no, or your own man that tells you no 45% of the time?
No, I'm dealing with the married man. Nah, I take the married dude. I'm sorry. I'm with the married man. Married nigga. I'm sorry. Tell me yes. Everything. Oh, the married? Yeah, give me him. I would deal with my man that tell me no because I'm going to beat him the fuck up. taking the married guy because why am I with you? You keep saying no for. I think I'm gonna go with the married guy.
I don't like the word no, so
A married man.
marry me.
The married man. A married man. You're my little secret. My own guy that tell me no 45% of the time.
A married man.
Do a married man because 9 times out of 10 we sure need anyway. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to take the married man. Like, why? I need to be told no sometimes. You can't always get what you want.
This is how deep in a sunken place the modern feminist woman's mind is. I think I just be making stuff up when I say most modern women today, they want a yes man. They don't want a real man. They don't want a man that's going to challenge them. They just want somebody they can control and get their way 24/7. Out of all them women, it was only one with some kind of common sense. Modern women today, they don't want a man who challenges them. They want a man who obeys them. A man they can talk to like he's a child, boss around, get whatever they want, have their way 24/7. Modern women will scream, I want a real man, until a real man shows up and then they crumble and crack under their pressure because they're not used to hearing no. They don't want nobody to tell them no. They always want to be right. They always want to have their way. And in no successful relationship does that ever happen.
Let's do Bumble. Starting with you, you gonna say yes or no?
No. 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 No.
Oh, the tongue out is crazy.
No. 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 Nope. Nope. Nah. No. No.
Can I get
Nah.
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
I'm so zesty.
Oh, God. No. No.
Oh, he's cute.
No. Stop.
Austin.
No. No. No.
Yeah, boy.
He has a cat. Yes to the cat. No. 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 It's 3 of them. No. 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 I can't. This is no.
Oh my god, no.
No. Nope. Love the view. Nope. No. 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 Nope. Nope. No. 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 I mean, that's like attractive, but like, no. 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 No.
To either of them.
No. 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 It's no. 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 No.
Either of these guys?
No.
Not even the guy on the right?
No. 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 Oh, I mean, okay, maybe, possibly. He's good looking.
Well-
No.
Okay, now my leg's falling asleep.
Oh, yeah, your girlfriend.
No. No.
We all need to make a star.
No. He's handsome.
Is that a yes or is it a no?
Oh, no.
It's still a no. Okay.
No. No.
Fucky.
No. 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 No.
Jesus.
Nope.
All right, last one.
No.
All right, Sky here is average to above average looking. She's passing on guys who are outside of her looks league. She said no to 100 men. Is she a 1 out of 100 girl in terms of looks? Probably not.
And I'm not even going to sit up here and go in on her like a lot of other dudes were in the comments. Oh, she's a 4, this. I'm not even going to say that. I'm just going to say out of 100 dudes, some of these brothers don't look that bad. Some of these brothers got it together. I mean, for you to go through that many dudes and not 100 of them and not one is attractive, or you wouldn't swipe on their profile, you're not curious about any of them, is crazy. That's delusional thinking. And y'all wonder why men, can you imagine looking at somebody and saying, I wouldn't choose you, I wouldn't choose you, I wouldn't choose you, I wouldn't choose, just going, just continue to say, none of you guys are worth anything. But don't take it the wrong way. Y'all just don't look good. None of y'all. Out of 100 people, none of y'all are, I don't care about any of y'all. 100 of us, and none of us are good enough for you? Well, yeah, you're cute, but I still wouldn't. None of us are worth even a conversation? None of us? Not even a courtesy conversation? None of us? Okay, all right. And then y'all wonder why it'd be one thing if it were, well, I just don't really find you attractive. But these women think they're superior to the man. And you wonder why you don't get any help. A man can sense that you think that you're superior. You even with the way that you look, you think that you're better than him. And you wonder why people ain't giving you no help. You wonder why men don't pay attention to you. You wonder why men don't approach. Why they would rather be single. Why they would rather not get married. Is we see on full display you trying to, oh, well, I just look so good, or I have my life so much together that none of these guys would even scratch the surface. Okay, well, you don't need my help there. You don't need my scratch the surface help. You don't need my scratch the surface assistance. No voice speaking out for you on issues that you want to be heard on. You don't need none of that. Don't worry about it.
Keep your wife off the internet. Why does your wife have a microphone in her face? Do not allow your wife to start a podcast, bro. Yes. Okay, there can be one entertainer in this family, and it shall be me. I'm the comedian. I'm out here on this road, and I'm out here getting the money. Let me use some of this money to help you do some other things, yo. Because you don't need a microphone in your face, because you going to fuck around and ruin us.
She said I was popping my frat parties, and she's a sheltered Indian girl who thought that meant dancing. And then the rest of us were like, what did you really mean by that? Everything on the pod.
She's almost sucking.
No.
She never said that? There was never a video about that?
She said that Akash's balls smell like a homeless person.
Damn. Not Steph Curry with the shot, boy.
They call her chicken curry.
God damn.
What they didn't talk about on the podcast, and they didn't bring this up on purpose, is her telling stories of letting men go down on her while currently on a period, and how a man isn't a man unless he wants to do that. She's 30 years old, by the way, with the mindset of a sexual adolescent. These girls will do everything else besides deep penetration and still claim virginity. How are you a virgin that's orgasm? Please tell me that. By the way, how disgusting of a person do you have to be for that to be a thought? As if I want my lips to taste like pennies in order to please you. Absurd.
You don't think your wife was like, get these microphones away from the radio host. This motherfucker out here destroying our marriage.
But no, that's true. But all of that is true.
You were the Justine Singh of your own household.
All of that is true. I'm in the radio station putting on an axe sniffing seats, wilding the fuck out. Yes, embarrassing myself and embarrassing my fucking wife.
Yo, I'm glad we could have this intervention here too, bro. That's what we're doing this week.
So yes,
it's Christmas spirit.
So I'm saying all of that to say, women, learn from my mistakes. Stay the fuck off these podcasts.
I think it's very important to note that you cannot blame the internet for this disaster. It's a mismanagement of what is valuable in a woman, and then marrying that woman, and then also it's a mismanagement of your own boundaries. And because so much got mismanaged and none of his friends stepped up to give him the real, he can't have no kids?
I don't want a man with kids. I don't want a man that comes with drama. I don't want a man with a baby mom. I don't want it attached to me. I want to date someone and have them be in love with me and me only.
I kind of feel her because my Delulu, I never wanted a man that had a sister or a living mother. Like your mom's got to be. You got a sister? How many sisters you got? 3? Nah, get on them out of here. I was dead.
Your mom's has to be.
First of all, don't judge me when I'm speaking my truth.
No, I have to. You can't. Your mom's has to be.
Yeah. the way some mothers are with their sons and the way that they treat their sons like they man, and that is disgusting. Bruh. Like, if you got plans with me, you gonna dub me because your mother needs to go to the supermarket? So now I gotta wait for hours because you gotta go with your mother to the supermarket. Where's her man? I know we had plans, but my sister need me to. Where's your dad?
Women don't like competition.
But I'm not your competition.
Yes, you
I'm your
are.
brother's girlfriend. I'm
You're
your son's
vying
girlfriend.
The way she loves him against the way that you
go see the lady.
That's all you doing right now. Is like, I don't like the fact that somebody else cares about your well-being more than me. The idea of them to judge me.
I'm not coming second to no other woman. I need to be able to call my man. I can't rely on my man because at any given day he gotta do something for 6 other bitches. Yeah. Nah, I'm out of here. You lost me. Marry your mother.
What?
That's a red flag for me. Taking
the leftovers
food on your first date. On your first date with someone, leave the food.
Leave the food.
I have to agree.
All right.
But who wanted to take the food, you or her?
We both didn't want it to go to waste. So I was like, do you want it? And she was like, no. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll take it. So I took it. There were two separate packages, right?
Lauren, can you tell us why taking the food is...
Yeah, I'd love to hear this.
An ick?
It has something to do for me, like financially. I think that leftovers, when you take leftovers, it's when you're like in a relationship. As a first date, you just eat whatever you want. And if there's leftovers, you can leave them there and then you can go your separate ways.
Like, I'm confused. Y'all love to call men sassy. Y'all love to call men gay and this and that. This gives very much lesbian behavior to me. Women do not respect women. And this is something I've realized in my lifespan of having interpersonal relationships and more so even just working with so many women throughout my career. For those of you who are new here, I am a certified life coach. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances, and I have been doing so for a decade. Y'all remember when Nipsey Hussle died or whatever, right? And Lauren London, I think to this day, Lauren London is just like, that's my baby. That's the man that changed it all for me. That's the man that really gave me a good scope on relationships. That's who was just going to be till the day I die, right? And I think there was like, I forgot who it was it Kodak Black maybe? I don't remember who it was, but there was some entertainer who had tried to make some type of advances towards Lauren London on social media. I don't remember how it went, but y'all know because y'all keep up with this stuff when I do. And there was a plethora of male entertainers that came out talking about leave her alone, you know, Nipsey this and respect Nipsey that and so on and so forth, right? Do you know why they stood up for Lauren London? It was not predominantly because of Lauren. It was because of Nipsey, because they respected Nipsey. Men respect men, but women do not respect women as a whole. That's why you'll see that men are less likely to be side dudes as opposed to women who are more likely to be side chicks. These are statistically proven. I made a video about it. I'm not arguing with you. This is why men can go on their boys trip and come back all friends. And then when some women go on these girls trips, they come back beefing, hating each other. And sometimes, unfortunately, someone doesn't come back at all. I talk a lot about romantic relationships on this page, right? And that's because that's what my expertise is in. That's what y'all want to hear. But honestly, if you do not know how to have a good relationship with a woman, with the person that you're more than likely going to have a relationship with or multiple relationships with, you're unlikely to have a good relationship with a man, romantic relationship that is. At one point when the women were getting the BBLs and their bodies done and all this type of stuff, I would say it was for a man. Now y'all are doing it to compete with the other woman because you want to look better for the other woman. You want, like, I'm confused. Y'all love to call men sassy. Y'all love to call men gay and this and that. This gives very much lesbian behavior to me. Y'all doing everything in competition with another woman. Y'all changing yourselves in competition with another woman. You only want to have aesthetically pleasing female friends. Like, let's be for real. Let's work on having better relationships with ourselves and better relationships with the people around us. And again, women are going to gravitate towards women. So focusing on having those more impactful, meaningful, genuine relationships with other females. Let's start there. Stay safe.
And you say men respect other men. Men actually respect women. They actually respect women. But a lot of these modern women are silly. They talk stupid. And a man says, I can't take you seriously. You're in your emotions. Come on now. I can go with you in your emotions, but talk sense to me. Talk to me like you got some logic. Like you crying and boo-hooing and ain't really nothing going on here. You just want me to go along with the flow based on how you feel. And I cannot do that. I'm not going to do that. That's silly. If we go down this path, I'm sitting up here telling you, I understand how you feel, but if we go down this path, it's going to be bad for the both of us. don't care. I don't care. You don't care about me. You don't care about my, and you're sitting there going back and forth with me, and we about to get ourselves in trouble. That's when I lose respect for you, because now you don't, I see now, you don't care about my well-being. I'm saying, well, you don't never listen to me. You don't never listen to my concerns. I'm nothing to you. You're not listening to any of my concerns. I'm sitting up here telling you, I hear that. I understand that. But what about this? So we can have an actual conversation. Well, my concern is X, Y, and Z. And I just feel, based on my experience, this, and this. That's the part of strength in relationships, is people's experience. Okay, this is what I've seen from my side. All right, okay. Well, this is what I've had experience with. Okay, so then how can we use both experiences to get to the best result for the both of us? But if it's only your experience and what you want to do all the time, I'm sick of listening to you. We don't even need to have a conversation, because at the end of the conversation, it's going to be me going with what you want to do, following with what you want to do. That's when I lose respect for you. As a man, hey, bro, I think we should do X, Y, and Z. I don't know about that, bro. Maybe we should try this. Yeah, it gets a little heated sometimes, but at the end of the day, all right, bro, well, I was wrong. My bad. I man up and say that. Let's try this way. Okay, bet. Modern women will never man up and say, I was wrong for that. My bad. I'm sorry. Let's try your way. They'll never do that. They'll try to give you a little something. They'll try to put it on you. They'll try to cook you something. Hey, big head, but they won't apologize. They're not apologizing. And men get tired of that. If you can't woman up or man up and apologize and just, hey, you got me dead to rights, I lose all respect for you. I don't care nothing about you. I don't care nothing about what you say.
The worst era to be in with a dude is when he forgets you get niggas. Like, please don't forget I get niggas. I chose you. You ain't picked me.
And I hate when hoes say that shit. Like, that shit is a flex. You should be ashamed of your fucking self. You shouldn't even want a lot of close to you. And that just goes to show how the value of keep going down gradually every year. Like, what? Gonna turn down some, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be on here talking about, oh, men ain't this and men ain't that and men is horrible. Y'all flexing about getting, instead of knowing how to be a wife out here.
I cannot date a man with a 9 to 5. I'm just not gonna do it.
Okay. Be honest. You were telling me.
I provide very well for me and my family, and I'm always looking to grow in every way, spiritually, mentally, financially. Life is about growing. So if you are just comfortable and stagnant at one place, and I'm growing, we're never going to be on the same frequency, period. So I'm not even going to play myself. I dated a guy that had a 9 to 5, and it was frustrating to me.
What was frustrating?
He was a great man. Don't get me, he was good to me, but while I'm saying, okay, I just got this truck, I got my home health care, let's get this. It's like you sitting here working your 9 to 5, I'm over here doing more work than you. You start getting frustrated and building animosity toward that man. And you can say,
you're mad at me going to work. This is why the prisons are full. Because women want us to crash out and do illegal scam, sell dope, sell dick, sell pussy, do something illegal, because a good, hard-working man is just not good enough. The fact that I've been at this company and I got some money coming in on my pension is not good enough. It's frustrating to her that every first of the month the direct deposit hits and the rent is paid. And the mortgage is paid. And then I have a 20-year successor retirement plan. It's frustrating to her. No, don't crash out. Risk your freedom to impress these women. And by the time they close the door on your sale, she gonna be with your homeboy. Thank you, Miss Crystal.
You're very welcome.
I'm looking for new people to come on my podcast, the Ugly Buddy Podcast. Imagine if millions of people heard your story, knew about your business, your music, your film, whatever you got going on. All you gotta do is DM the word interview to this page right here. It's not free, but it's so affordable that you're not gonna want to miss it. Let the world know what you got going on. Let the world hear about you. I need you on the Ugly Buddy Podcast. DM me now.
No, I can't date a man that's their only goal is to make millions. Like, that's not enough money. It's not enough money.
Shit triggered me.
As a woman, if my goal is to make multiple millions and eventually become a billionaire, I can't date a man whose only goal is to only make $1 million. Like, $1 million is not a lot of money. I'll spend that shit a month.
That's true.
Yeah, it's not a lot of money.
Because the more money you make, the more problems you have. And there's a lot of problems that can wipe out $1 million.
Exactly.
One lawsuit, one bad month in business, you could easily get cooked.
You don't ever want to date a man who has lesser goals than you do. Because it's like, if I'm trying to go up here and you're okay with just being right here, why would I sacrifice all of that, like, space in between? It's like, I'm trying to go up here, so I need my man to lead me, and he needs to be up here. That's just the way I see it.
The girls were playing Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo and Bubblegum in a dish at recess. What exactly were the men doing?
Time score, winning 2 Super Bowls for them in the end. And having another spectacular postseason. But Devin Hester, the rookie who was so dangerous, who went to college here in Miami.
My boyfriend and I have been together a little over a year. He works in tech sales and makes really good money. And I'm a teacher, so I definitely do not make anywhere close to what he does. Last Christmas, he bought me this $700 designer purse that I did ask for, but I got him a map of where the stars were the night we met, which I thought was pretty cute. He kind of felt cheated because the prices weren't even close. He thinks equal spending means equal effort in the relationship. I think effort is about how thoughtful the gift is, not how much it costs, because people make different amounts of money. Anyway, this year he wants us to set a spending minimum for Christmas so our gifts are fair. I don't think asking for one big gift means I have to keep up with his income for the rest of our relationship.
If you're a rich person, if you expect everyone else to be able to afford your taste, you're just delusional, because no one's going to take out a credit card so you have a nice Christmas.
Well,
however, I would like to say, let me finish my justice.
Go ahead.
If that's the case, I also don't think it's fair if you know that your partner can afford it or has a bunch of money for you to ask for a $700 purse. Personally, like if I was balling, if I won the lottery, I would hook up my family so fat, like period, point blank. You know what I'm saying?
And you wouldn't expect them to do anything for you?
Absolutely not.
That ain't me, sis. I'll be pissed. If I give you a $700 purse, you're giving me a $700 something. You ain't even gonna give me $650 nothing. I'm keeping a tab.
I mean, she got him a map. I mean, he gave her what she wanted, and she went and got him a map. I don't know if it's, how much did that map even cost? Maybe $20, $25, maybe $50 at the most. Well, my income is always an income. Why don't you work some overtime? I mean, you can work overtime, pick up some shifts on Uber. Well, I don't want to do this, and I don't want to. Okay, then maybe I don't want to work. Maybe I don't want to go out there and do the extra work to get you that $700 bag. Have you ever thought about that? No, because it's all about what I want. It's all about what I feel I deserve. And the man deserves a map. He deserves socks. He deserves a headband. Get real.
We are some of the most delusional, unstable, restarted people in the world. I swear, I talk a lot about women, but I really do love being a woman. But you gotta admit, we are some of the most delusional, unstable, restarted people in the world. Just think about it. Women always talking about how they don't need a man. You're saying you don't need a man online, on the internet that a man created. You're saying that you don't need a man. You're typing it in a phone that a man created the technology for and the hardware for. You are saying that you don't need a man while sitting in a house or an apartment that was built by men. You are driving to your job in a car that was built, I'm pretty sure, by a man, but you don't need men. Maybe I should speak in a language that you understand. Louis Vuitton, male. Gucci, male. Christian Louboutin, males. Y'all love them. They're all men. Make it make sense.
How do you do it? My husband wants a divorce. Actually, no, he said that he wants a dissolution. I just quit my full-time job to take a part-time job at the school. That way I can get myself through school to get my RN degree. Now he wants to separate, and I have no idea how I'm going to do it. One, I am so sad for our daughter. She's always had mommy and daddy there, and it breaks my heart that she has to go through this. But also, like, how the fuck am I going to afford to live? How am I going to be able to provide for myself and her? I think I'm just still in shock right now. Like, is this really happening? Yeah, it is. I don't know. If you guys guys have any advice, just let me know.
This is a perfect example of how women will always think about themselves when it comes to a breakup or a disillusion or a divorce. Because why is it as a society we've normalized just breaking up? Imagine if these same women put in the same amount of energy into fixing a relationship as they do in planning their exit. We'd have a lot less divorces, I'll tell you that much. But even more so, everything in this video screams me, 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 and nothing about possibly saving the relationship. And then, of course, the women will get on the internet and claim that it's in the best interest of their children, even though they're thinking about themselves. But the reality is that household is never going to be the same. There is no amount of money, of alimony, or child support that is going to make your children secure by not having both parents together. And so many women have done this so freely because it's so celebrated and so normalized to just be a singular co-parent rather than what it looks like to make up, break up, and fix a broken home rather than just finding a new one. And all that's really going to happen is she's going to find some simp-ass loser that wants to put up with her kids and basically take care of her and do the bare minimum as a stepdad, because basically he's easier to manipulate because her ex-husband no longer wants to put up with it. Okay, bye.
I will never let a man use me with a capital N. Never let a man use me. Let me tell you something. I am the most unusable person ever. If you ever tell me your problem, I am going to act as if I just heard the worst news ever. And I'm going to ask you this simple question. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And I'm going to seem so like, oh my God, like distraught, like damsel in distress, like, oh, what are you going to do about it? It's never going to be, what are we going to do about it? It's never going to be, oh my God, I can help you. Oh my God, what do you need from me? Never. It's always going to be, what are you going to do about it?
These bitches are so selfish.
When you make yourself seem useless, you cannot help anybody, the mooches leave. And you're giving that man the ability to be the big dog in the situation, and he can handle himself, because men don't need our help. They don't need our help. This world was meant for men to thrive. If a man needs your help, run. Literally run. If a man needs your help, run. A man does not need a woman's help. This world is a man's world. We just got our rights 50 years ago. How could we ever help a man? We live in a patriarchy. How could we help a man? Men thrive in this world. We have to work twice as hard to just be half as good. And men, this is your world. Why do you need a woman's help? So if a man needs your help, run.
I don't think there's any problems with helping out a man if you can. If you help them, you're not gonna die. She doesn't want to help men, but I'm positive that she expects a man to do everything and more for her.
Flagrant!
Why? Why did you bring her on?
Holy ow!
It's already bad enough that everybody on the internet is accusing her of being a mainly because Akash's wife doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut and not make him look bad on every podcast or clip she decides to upload onto social media. And yet y'all decided to still platform her, knowing that the only reason why you even did this episode is because she doesn't know how to act or speak on camera? Y'all must be the stupidest group of people I've seen in a fat minute. Guys!
Read the room!
Akash was so visibly and clearly uncomfortable the entire episode. My man was
stressing
over if his girl was gonna make the situation worse, and guess what?
She did!
A grown-ass woman admitted to these three things I never thought I'd hear on camera. She admitted she doesn't like kissing her man in front of people. She admitted that she doesn't like taking care of him when he's sick. And she also admitted that she doesn't think his birthday is all that.
Who the fuck would have known?
This episode was a humiliation ritual, and no one will be able to convince me otherwise.
Literally, things that she did not have to say. She was volunteering. Stop talking. Shut up talking. At some point in time, some of this stuff is not going to be funny. It's not funny. Cut it out. Hey, I don't want to do it. I think I've already spoken enough. I'm just going to make one video talking about the things that I need to talk about, trying to dispel some rumors, trying to throw a PR spin on the stupid stuff that I've already said, and I'm going to call it a day. But instead, and really, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. And Akash, you ought to be upset with them for them bringing her on, knowing that she gonna talk stupid, using her and you for content. I mean, great for you for doing that and getting the money and getting the views, but embarrassing. Just sat up there. Your wife sat up there for I don't know how long and just lied, just lying. And a lot of this stuff that she was saying was blatantly stupid stuff. And we're still listening to her say,
and you better not be a man coming to my store with a woman because I will make you pay.
And how exactly does someone plan on making the man pay?
I will literally tell her to put her phone and her card away and make you pay.
Oh, well, that'll do it. But I've noticed that some of those very individuals who would actually say that the man should pay are actually some of the same ones that don't like gender norms and stereotypes. Unless, of course, it benefits them.
Listen, I don't take orders from no man. I don't follow nobody. I'm the one in control. I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't adjust, I don't compromise. He got to deal with me as I am. And if a man can't handle that, then he's just not strong enough for me. Period. I am the prize. He's supposed to prove himself to me.
I feel like the reason why I can't work in relationships because maybe I do overstep their boundaries, you know? I ask where you at, and I'm with my friends. Shit, I want to know who your friends. I want to know where you at with your friends, and I want to know when you did. And it's, oh, yeah, you doing too much. Yeah, nah, this shit.
So first and foremost, let me teach you exactly how women are. Women, one, like to play games and like to test the waters. Are there some women who aren't great at communicating? Of course. I feel like most women aren't good at communicating even though they think they are, but they're not. The reason why I say this is because I don't understand why you want a man to lead you, you want a man to protect you, but when you go out, you go, I'm going to go out and that's it. You know what you're doing. If your partner went out, you would want him to have open dialogue, transparency, right? I don't understand what's so hard about saying, hey, you know what? I'm going out with Keisha. We're going to be out, until 10 o'clock at night and we're going to go to Hooters, okay? I don't see what's wrong with that. I don't understand why when your man asks you a question, you get upset about that. The reason why you're getting upset and the reason why she's getting upset is because she's either lying or she's going to make different plans. Women like to lie and go out and do stuff and flirt and around. Is this all women? Of course not. But 9 times out of 10, if she's playing games, she's going to be playing with that dick. I'm being honest. I've seen it too many times and I've been a bartender and I see how women get down. Do men do the same thing? Of course, but this video is about women. I personally think the best thing you could do as a woman, and I'm going to teach you, because you guys always say that I'm a pick me and I on women. Fine, cool. Hey, babe, I'm going out with Keisha tonight. We're going to go to Hooters. I don't know if we're going to go anywhere else, but if we do decide to go anywhere else, I'll let you know. Then when he tells you, okay, babe, just text me when you get back or whatever, I personally would say, why? You can text me out throughout the night. I don't give a fuck if my man calls me or texts me while I'm out. Why? Because it's not that serious. I can go to the bathroom and easily just talk and have a conversation, or I could text him. I don't really have crazy jealous partners like that, so I don't really deal with that. That's on y'all because of the type of you are. Excuse me. Another thing too, there's portable chargers. Portable chargers on Amazon are less than $20. I don't want to hear my phone died. Right. You juggling them balls, but your phone died. Let's stop with this stuff. You want a man to be transparent with you and you want a man to be loyal to you, then do the same thing. A lot of you ladies will get mad when your man treats you different and acts different with you guys, but you don't say all the things that led up to that. If you're doing immature little childish kid games like this, trying to make him jealous, trying to keep him on his toes, keep doing that. That's the quickest way to lose somebody. The only man you're going to keep around like this is men who are insecure and don't know any better. Men with structure and men with values and men with morals are going to know you're lying. They're going to know you're playing around and you're going to get dropped. I'm not going to ask you 6 times where you're going. I'm not going to ask you who you're going with. Would you want your man to do this to you? I always say this. If you don't want it done to you, don't do it to others. So ladies, have open dialogue. You want a great communicator? Be that first. It's simple. I would not be with somebody if I have to pry you and ask you where you're going. It's just giving suspicious, and it's giving you gonna juggle someone else's nuts and not his. Right.
Good morning. It's been a minute, but on today's episode of the dumbest I say on the internet.
And you better not be a man coming to my store with a woman because I will make you pay. I will literally tell her to put her phone and her card away and make you pay.
Excuse me? You talk about put my card away. I'm going to tell you to put your card out and go to the doctor and pay that copay to get that bump off your lip. It's always up that look like Joakim Noah talking. If y'all don't know who that is, go Google that. He shoots disgustingly free throws. It's always a broke in a business. Don't worry about what's in our pockets. If I want to buy my $7 drink, I'ma do it. Y'all don't even know. Be spending bread on us, for real. The least I could do is buy him a drink. Mind you, he probably gonna fight me to buy this drink for him. That's the problem. Don't worry about what we got going on over here. You could always tell when I've never been loved before. You can always tell when I've only gets from the back and that puss is so whack that they had to spit on your back to get the fuck out of there. You can always tell. Matter of fact, you want a clock whispering? Go there and make me a creme brulee latte and shut the fuck up for me and mine. I'm paying for whatever I want to pay for mine. Don't worry about it with money in her pocket. You is always broke trying to worry about what we doing. Shut the fuck up and go make my drink. Imagine them telling me to put my money away. Now I'm on CNN for beating up a barista. Barista's nuts.
Out of the divorce, I got $600,000. Yes.
Why?
That was part of our settlement. He tried to get me to sign a prenup,
Dummy.
and then I didn't sign a prenup, and then he tried to get me to sign a postnup, and I didn't sign a postnup. Yeah, we decided in the settlement agreement that I would get $600,000.
Imagine being smart enough, lucky enough, as hardworking enough to become a multi-millionaire and deciding to put at least 50% of it on the line from a young lady that wears pink wigs.
Where did the $600,000 go? When did you get the $600,000?
2 years ago.
Okay, where the is it?
It's gone. Completely gone.
Into where?
I bought a house that was $330,000, and I bought it like outright, so like it's paid in full. So I don't
so
have.
it goes half the cash.
Yes.
Okay.
I bought it sight unseen. I saw the outside because I drove by it. But
Oh, good, you drove by it.
Yeah. When we
Oh.
entered the home, though, it was in shambles.
But this is one of the most diabolical things that I have ever heard. You come into a great deal of money, and instead of investing appropriately, you could have just gotten a mortgage and put the majority or the lion's share of that $600 into the market and would have had way more to show for it.
I definitely think I was groomed in the beginning.
That's a strong word.
It is.
That word gets thrown around a lot right now, just kind of like the word pedophile, the word, the R word, and a lot of other words
lot.
have kind of lost their meanings because.
A lot.
Yes.
So, are you sure? Because it's a very methodical
not
process of separating people from all their connections in order to make them feel cornered so that over the course of many years, likely starting from a young age, they cannot escape the position that they are in at that point.
Mind you, she was an adult. Pink-haired women like this will take one feminist studies class and come to the conclusion that man bad and I must have been groomed.
Yes. So, I mean, I met him when I was 19, so I wasn't like young. I was technically an adult. I was spending my $5,000 a month, and he was just paying off my credit card, and I didn't have to worry about anything. And then, you know, he would get mad at me and like throw me out of the house and say, you know, you can't come back here. And so then I would sleep in my car.
What?
Or
Why? Wait.
yeah. So
No reason given, or because you spent the $5,000?
Oh, my boy Caleb, there's always a reason. Well, yeah, the guy is weird because he's just giving her $5,000 a month carte blanche. But imagine as a man being chastised for giving you everything that you want in life. And if a man is to stand up boundaries or expectations of you and your behavior, then it's the guy that is inherently weird or abusive or narcissistic. They want the benefits of modern and traditional at the same damn time, and I'm just tired of people not calling it out.
I mean, he gave you $5,000 a month, so you didn't even have to sleep in your car. Number one. Number two, it was probably a nice car. You're probably just bad with money. As we can see, when you went out there and bought a $300,000 house, which good for you for buying a $300,000 house. I mean, where I'm at, that's a new house. That's a new home, 4 or 5 bedroom, 2,500, 3,000 square feet. And I'm not joking. Great home. So the fact, I don't know why you had to go in there and buy it sight unseen. That was silly. But of course, that's probably why you're not together right now, because you're not very smart. He probably tried to do the smart thing and say, okay, sign a prenup. Oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, okay, I don't want to be a jerk about it. Okay, can we sign a postnup? Oh, I don't want to. Okay, I don't want to be a jerk about it. And he let down and he let down and he let down. That's why you got that $600,000. But the win here is that she was going to lose it anyway. She's going to go out there, spend it, lose it anyway. And now you have to figure out how to put together a home or fix up a home that you shouldn't have probably even been in.